Hello, everyone. Good morning, not morning, good afternoon, and welcome back to the session. We are waiting for some more people to join us. Maybe today we will get some less number of students. Maybe I'm not sure about it. Uh, Maybe because we do have we have shifted the timing from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. I don't know about it. What is going to happen? But we do shifted the timing, right? Just because of I was not having electricity at my home, one thing, and I'm not well today, so that's the second thing. We are waiting for some more people to join us. Very good afternoon, Sankalp, Sami Khan. So maybe these people will learn later on. Maybe they'll learn by video or something, I don't know. Hello, Nidhi ma'am. Very good afternoon, ma'am. Sakshi Kamone. Oh. So we'll wait. So let's showing 1 o'clock. So I'll just change the timing here. Where's the timing? अमृत दरवाजा बंद. We're waiting for some more people to join us. Very good afternoon, Satyajit. Mayuri ma'am. Very good afternoon, ma'am. Okay, students are coming now. They're joining now. We'll wait for for a few minutes more, maybe 5 minutes more. So today our agenda is to complete the chatbot, where we will make our chatbot once again the same WhatsApp chatbot. Second thing, we will try to add artificial intelligence in our chatbot. So we will add AI in our chatbot. So these are the two agendas for us today. So let's see how we can do that. So I'm waiting, and I'm waiting again for more people to join us. Waiting for some more people to join us. Okay, people are coming now. Soumya Darshan, very good afternoon, dear. Krishna Kumar Hatele. Hi, Krishna Kumar. And Krishna Kumar, thank you very much for updating to all my students at 11 o'clock that today's class is at 1 o'clock, right? So thank you for that. Sure, Satyajit, yaar. I don't know what happened to me. This is a normal problem with everyone, those who have sinus, right? So it's a problem of sinus. Once in a month, I tried to eliminate the auto MSG for high. Is something but a way. Okay. Auto message for hi. Okay, Satyajit, we will see it today, so don't worry about it. Sanjay Jengte, hi. Jatinder Datji. Very good afternoon. Very good afternoon, Jatinder Datji. Welcome, dear, from Delhi. तब्येत चांगली नाही आहे का सर? नाही, आज बरं नाही आहे मी. ईश्वर मस्के. मला ताप आला आहे, ताप. So within 2 minutes we will start with the session. Hello, Mane ma'am, Manisha Mane ma'am, Neha Jain ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Satish Monu. Good afternoon, sir. Very good afternoon, dear. I'm really excited for today's session. I think it's good time to start with the session. So today, okay, let me start with the agenda for today. Our agenda for today is to repeat the WhatsApp chatbot concept. So what we have studied in our last class, I'm just going to repeat it once again. One thing that I have to do here, and second thing is I want to apply an artificial intelligence or maybe an AI to my WhatsApp chatbot. So this is my second agenda. So consider today's class will be a bit lengthy compared to the whatsoever we have seen in the previous classes till now. So we are going to first make a chatbot and then we will try to add up a, AI to our chatbot so that it will do automatic reply and some sort of training and everything. So let's see how we can start with it. So let's go and start with the PyCharm thing. So let me start with PyCharm first and sure, Sanskar Jain. Thank you very much. So waiting for this to start, waiting for PyCharm to get started. Fine. So PyCharm started, and I'm going to move with the same project that is what's made. And now let's start with the coding part. This is something that I was designing for you people yesterday night. Actually, I was making some video for you as I promised to you. But I thought like maybe instead of delivering a video, it will be better if I can take inside a class. So maybe I can have one more class for this bot, right? So I'll create a new project now, a new Python file, and I'll give the name as what's AI bot. So this is going to be an AI bot for me. So I just specify AI bot. So what's AI bot.py. So what's a bot? Okay, the name itself is like what's a bot. So first of all, first task is to import Selenium. In our last lecture, we have already imported Selenium in our application. So let's see how we can import. We have already installed the Selenium. So let's see how we can import those Selenium inside our code. So I'll specify from Selenium import import WebDriver. So I have imported the WebDriver from Selenium import WebDriver. Perfectly fine. Let's create the object for the driver. So I'll specify driver is equals to WebDriver, and currently I'm using a browser as my Chrome, so that's why I'm using Chrome. Here you can see guys there are other options available also, like for Android, for BlackBerry, Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Opera. Then we do have Remote, Safari, and many more are there. So maybe I'm going to use Chrome, so I'll specify Chrome over there, and inside this I'll specify Chrome. Uh, in my current directory I have a driver. Correct. Now guys, you can see one thing here. I have a file name that is Chrome driver, and I'm using Mac. So in Mac we don't usually care about the extension, that's why I don't have an extension over here. Whereas if you do the same in your Windows, so in your system you may get Chrome driver.exe. So you have to specify the full name Chrome driver.exe. Correct. So that's the difference between Mac and Windows. I hope that you note it, right? Let's go ahead and let's start loading the WhatsApp web. So how can I load it? Driver dot get, where I'll specify the URL, and my URL is https://web.whatsapp.com, something like this. And I'll specify input, press anything. So once you loaded WhatsApp web, press anything after that, so that we will start receiving the messages, and we will start understanding the automation part. So let's go and click on play for this. So as soon as I clicked on play, waiting for the browser to get started, and here you can see it automatically started the WhatsApp web for me. And now I'm just going to go with my WhatsApp and I will load with my WhatsApp web over there. So let's see WhatsApp web, log out for the previous sessions and scan for the new session. This time I have the fresh version of WhatsApp, so that's why it's not taking too much of time. Now what's my agenda is, maybe okay, that's my personal number, so please don't look at it. So maybe I'll just go with this. So here I have Dinesh sir Korba, and he's one of my friend from Korba, and he sent me some messages yesterday. So this is the chat by Dinesh sir Korba. Now I want to read this message because my interest is only to read the incoming messages, correct? Whereas if you just right click on this and click on inspect, right? If you right click on this and click on inspect, I'll right click on it again and I'll click on inspect again. If you see the class name, I'll make a bit zoom over here. So you can see the class name is underscore ZB hyphen J. This is the class name for this particular message, correct? So maybe I'll just copy this from here. Okay, now this is for this incoming message. Now what is the class name for this incoming message? So let me go and say go to inspect, and if I make a zoom again over here, you can see the class name is same, still it's same. Oh my god, that's perfectly fine. Now let's try to understand what is the class name for this sent message. I'll go and say sent message. So this is my sent message, and even if you see the class name for the sent message, I'll make a bit zoom to this also, and here you can see it's exactly same, that is underscore ZB hyphen J. Oh my god, that means for all the messages in my chat section at this moment, for all the messages in my chat section, no matter whether it's an incoming message or an outgoing message, for all the messages, the class name is exactly same. So you cannot differentiate between the incoming messages and the outgoing messages. This is the real problem when you are actually making a WhatsApp bot. So let's try to understand how we can solve this particular problem. So first of all, let's take all the messages. So let's see how we can get all the messages. So I'll specify MSG elements, ELEMENTS elements, that is message elements is equals to, I'll specify driver dot find element. So instead of saying find element, I'll specify find elements. It is not element only, find elements. And this time I'll say by class name. So find elements by class name. Perfectly okay, perfectly fine. So I'll specify the class name over here. Now just a bit zoom out, and here I'll specify the class name that we copied, and we know that this class name is common for all the elements inside that. So all the elements have the same class name over there. Now one by one, let's try to read those elements, or how can I read the elements and how can I get the last element chat box, the chat, right? So I'll specify for element in MSG elements. That means take one by one elements from MSG elements, and I have this element with me now and I want to print it. So maybe I'll just specify print element dot text. So want to get the text written on that particular element. I'll click on stop and run once again. Let me scan it once again and let's see whether I can get the messages or not. So let's see. I'll go to my WhatsApp and here I'll just specify web section. It's waiting for web.whatsapp.com and it started. Now let's scan for this. All done, good to go. And this is my Korba Wale sir. So let's click on this Korba Wale sir, and currently you can see guys, I have 5 messages over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I put inside a list, that means elements are available inside a list. So my list will start from 0th position. This is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the list will go till 4. Although the elements that I have is 5. Why? Because a list is getting initialized by 0 itself, right? So let's execute this particular code and let's see whether if I'm able to see the messages or not. So this is press anything after scanning. As soon as I press enter, so let's see if I'm getting anything over there. I pressed enter. Oops, sorry. I made a mistake, guys. I'm running the previous bot that I created yesterday. I have to run this bot. So let me execute it once again. Run what a bot again. Sorry. So let's go ahead. So let's go ahead with this, and I'll scan the WhatsApp app once again. Let's scan this. So this is the last chat that I have with me, and here are all the messages. Correct. So let's go ahead with this. So I'll go and press anything now. So I'll just press anything. You can see, guys, as I pressed anything, so here you can see I got all the messages over here. So this is my first message. Then who is this is another message. Dinesh Kedia Korba, this is another message. Oh, hello Sarji. And this is last we have, you deleted this message. So even if the message is deleted but something is visible over here, and whatsoever is visible over there, we will get in our text part. So this is how we actually receive the messages. Perfectly fine, perfectly okay, perfectly fine till now. Now what I want to access, I don't want to access all the elements at this moment. I want to access only the last element. So if you go with the messages, let me count the messages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So total number of messages that I have currently in my chat section is 5, whereas the list will start from 0. So it must have to execute till not 5, it is 6. So if the total number of messages are 6, so list will count till 5 because it is always going to initialize from 0. That's why the list will count till 5. So it will be 6 minus 1 is equals to 5. So let's see how we can get the last element. So maybe I'll specify last, last element is equals to the total elements, that is MSG elements. Then I'll specify the length of MSG elements. So currently the length is 6. We don't know because in other chats the length may be higher than this or length may be lower than this. So that's why we are not hard coding it. It must have to be 6 or 7 or something like that. We are just specifying whatsoever the length of those elements are, minus 1 is going to be there inside my list. I have seen that many of the students sent me the response in the WhatsApp personally, and they asked me, "Sir, this part is giving an error, and this part is giving that error, or something like that." Because you guys are doing problem with this. So majority of the people were doing MSG elements minus one inside the length function itself. Guys, length function only takes the list. It will not take an operation for you. So you have to first find a length and then do minus one out of it. Correct? So we are easy to understand till this. We are good to go till this. And I'll just specify MSG or AMSG. I'm just giving a random name to it. You can give any name to it. So I'll specify AMSG is equals to last element dot text. So the last element dot text is going to give me the MSG, that is message. Correct? Let me print this. So I'll specify print AMSG, whatsoever is the last message. Correct? So let me execute this again. And waiting for the WhatsApp to get started. Let's start with it. Now I'm going to scan this WhatsApp web. Scanning done. Perfectly fine. And now I'll go to any of these messages. So maybe you can open any of this chat. So let me open this particular chat. And as I started this particular chat, this is the last message that I have with me. So you can see this is the last message that I have. And as soon as I if go over there and I press enter, you see that I received the last chat. That is, you deleted this message. So this is the last message. This is the last chat over there in this chat section. Perfectly fine, perfectly okay. So according to this, my chat, that is the incoming chat, it is working perfectly as it has to work. Pretty simple, pretty easy to understand till this. Sure, Kunal, wait for few minutes. I will share the complete code with you. Don't worry about it. So that is perfectly okay till this. That's perfectly fine till now. Now, once we receive the message, I want to check if the message is holding a high. If the message is holding a high, I want to reply back as hello, something like that. So let's see how we can do that. If high in AMSG, that means if there is high in my message, correct? I want to reply back as maybe you can say hi again, right? But before replying back, I would love to give some break. So maybe I'll specify import time, and Here I'll specify time dot sleep, maybe for 4 seconds. Wait for 4 seconds, and then I'll go for our yesterday's project, that is what's made, and I'll copy this particular code, and I'll put that code over here. That's perfectly fine. So this is the code to send a message, correct? Whereas I'll specify again over here, hi, or something like this. Maybe I'll specify as hi again over there. So what is going to happen now? As soon as I'll get the last message as hi, it will wait for 4 seconds, and then again it will type hi and will reply back as an hi. Simple enough, easy to understand, easy to do it. Correct? So let's execute this, and as soon as I click on play button, so wait for few seconds. Okay, it's getting started. So Satyajit asked me a question over here, asking me, sir, uh, sir, will the class name be different for every contact in my WhatsApp? No, it will not be same. It will not be different. So it will be same. So class name will remain same always. So as I executed this, and this is the chat section, guys. I don't want to send a message to any random person. So better I'll do one thing. I will generate the chat. So maybe I'll go to my own number, and from my own mobile phone I will send a message to this number. So let's see how can I do that if I have that number with me. Just a second, guys. This is my official number. That's my company's number. So maybe I'll just specify hi in the chat section, and here I got a hi, and this is hi over here. Perfectly fine. So this chat is going on, and I'll go back and I'll specify press any key. So maybe I would love to show you this thing. So maybe I'll just specify like this. And now as soon as I press any key, as I pressed any key, it will wait for few seconds, maybe for 4 seconds. Then it will type hi for you, and then wait for 5 seconds again, because every time there is a sleep, and you can see the message sent successfully, and it is working perfectly as it must have to work. Perfectly fine, perfectly okay. Now let's go and do some changes in the code. Now what I want here is, this is doing the operation only for one time. It is not doing for infinite number of times. I want it must have to go for infinite number of time, because I don't know how many number of messages that I'm going to receive. Sure. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Now I'll just copy this code. Satyajit, I'll come to your question, so don't worry. Please allow me for a few minutes. I'll just close this, and I'll specify. I done a cut for that particular code. I'll specify while true, and inside this I'll specify the code. Now it's going to be infinite. Every time in my message, it is going to be hi. It is going to reply as a hi back. Correct? And even I'll copy this code also, and that must have to be inside my while true itself, because I have to read the message every time, right? And then I'll check for hi, and then maybe I'll reply back as an hi itself. Correct? So let's go and execute this code now. So I just specified while true inside it. So while true is like send infinite number of times. So every time in your incoming message, as if you receive hi, it is going to respond back as hi again. So yes, Lamsoge ji, we will cover that. Okay, so let's start with the WhatsApp web, and let's start with this WhatsApp web again. Let me scan this at this moment. And what I do here, guys, this is my chat, right? Where the last message is hi, something like that, correct? So instead of last message hi, I'll make the last message as hello. Now my last message is hello, it's not hi, correct? So maybe I'll just go back and I'll specify press enter. I pressed enter. Since the code is inside while loop, it is always reading the code and always reading for hello, but we have not applied any sort of code for hello. It's not going to reply anything over there. Let me send a message called as hi over there. As I sent the message hi, after 4 seconds, it must have to write hi again. You can see it's writing hi, and wait for 5 seconds, and it will send the message hi. That's great. That's perfectly fine, and it's working as it has to work. Correct. Now there is a problem with this code. What is the problem with the code? This is the problem with the code. Every time, even for the hi message, you are replying back as an hi again. So the last message is considered to be hi again, because we know that our code do not understand whether it is a sent message or it is a received message. Correct. So we don't know, we know this thing, that our code do not understand whether it's a sent message or it is a received message. We don't know, or our code don't know about it. Correct. So for like, as a solution for this particular problem, what we have to do, basically what we will do as a solution for this particular problem, sorry, I'll just stop this. Now what we have to do as a solution for this particular problem, the solution for this particular problem is, always take, like, maybe I'll take a variable here, and we'll give the variable name as sent is equals to, currently I'll set it to blank, so I specified a variable, and now my variable is sent, where I make it like sent is equals to blank. So currently sent is blank. Correct. Now I'll specify sent is equals to hi, because my last message that I sent is hi. Correct. So what I do here is, guys, if, now if you go to the scenario, okay, sorry, okay, this, okay, nothing is live over there, so maybe I'll just go to any of this code, and maybe I'll scan my system. So I'll go to my WhatsApp and I'll scan it. So let's go with this, and this is my WhatsApp. So I'll go to the first chat. Now guys, what I do here, let's try to understand the logic behind it. What I'm trying to do now here is, let's try to understand this. Correct. So my last sent message is hi. What I'm going to do now, I will save this sent message. I will save this sent message inside some temporary variable. And before sending a new message every time, I will check whether the last message that I received is equals to the sent message. If the last message that I received is equals to the sent message, then do nothing. If it is not equals to the sent message, that means if I sent hi, so that every time the last message is going to be hi for me always, right? And if it is equals to the sent message, that means I will not send the message again. So I'll not do the repetitive task again and again. If it is an incoming message, then only I will send the message. This is pretty clear, pretty simple and easy to understand till now. So let's see how we can do that. So what I have done here, I have created another variable called as sent, and now I initialize, whenever I'm sending a message, maybe I'm sending a message as hi, I specified hi is equals to sent is equals to this hi. Now if, what I do here is, if AMSG, that means the last message, AMSG, that is the last message. I don't know whether it's a sent message or a received message. If the last message is double equals to my sent message or sent message, if it is equals to sent message, then I don't have to do anything, because if it is equals to sent message, then don't do anything. Else send the message, something like that. Correct. So what I do here is, if the last that is, if AMSG, that is the last message, is not equals to send, if the last message is not equals to send, right, I will just then send a message. So maybe I'll just cut this and paste it here inside if. So my this if will only work in the condition, my this if will only work in the condition if the message is not equals to the sent message, if the message, that is the last message, is not equals to the sent message. Pretty clear, pretty easy to understand till this. So let's execute this particular program. I have excluded that flag part and everything, because that was getting difficult for you people to understand. Although the actual code must have to be as flag and all, but I just excluded those all, because I hope that you people were facing difficulty in understanding that. So maybe let me scan this once again, and I'll go to my chat again. Let me click on this chat, and maybe I'll make the last message as hello. So currently my last message is hello, and I'll go back and I'll just go to the particular code, and this is the code. I'll press enter. So now you can see it's not going to do anything in it. Why? Because the last message is hello, and we have specified the last message must have to have hi. So now I'm going to send hi. So now my last message is hi. Wait for a few minutes, automatically typed hi for me, and now it is going to send hi. Hi sent successfully. Perfectly fine. And now you can even realize that it is not repeating hi again and again, again and again, again and again. Not working like that. Oh, why? Because we are sending the message. Before sending a message, we are checking if the message we sent or the message that we received, the last message, is equals to our sent message. If it is not equals to sent message, then only send a message. Otherwise, do not send a message. Simple enough, easy to understand. Now maybe I'll send a message as hello again. So I send a message as hello again. No output. But if I send a message as an hi, so as I send a message hi, hi message received, it will detect the hi message, must have to type the hi message and must have to send the hi message. Not doing anything in it. I don't know. Must have to send the hi message here. Not working. Acha. Sent message is by default. Okay. Sent message is by default set to high only. That's why it's not sending it again, because our sent message is fixed to high only. So every time you send high, that means it's not going to take any sort of value for that, right? Okay, okay, got it clear. So we will set this, or we will solve this problem. So let's see how we can solve this problem. Basically, yep. That is the problem, Gunjan. That is the problem that we are facing now. So basically, the solution is that flag only. So let's do it with the help of flag. So what I do here is I will take a flag variable. I'll specify flag is equals to true. Let's set the flag is equals to true. Now consider the flag as a switch. If the switch is on, then only I will send a message. If the switch is not on, then I'll not send a message. Correct? Now what I do here is there are some changes in this particular code. So before sending a message, I'll just skip this line and I'll put it here. If flag is equals to true, that means if the switch is on, then send a message and make the switch off, so that I will not send the message again and again. So I'll specify flag is equals to false. Simple enough. So it will send the message only with the condition if the switch is on. If the switch is off, then it will not send a message. Okay, sir. We got your concept. Pranay, I'll come to your question. What if the person is also sending the next message as the same lastly sent? Yep, that is a problem. We will solve that problem. So don't worry about it, Pranay. Sir, if send random message, then how to reply? Wait, Kunal, I will do that now. Wait for few minutes. So let's go ahead with this. And what is happening now? If the switch is on, it is doing a reply and making the switch off. That means it is going to send the reply only one time. That's perfectly fine, sir. We understood it very well because it's going to reply only one time. But once it will make the switch off, then this will not reply ever. Yes, it will not reply ever. So, but still I want to send a message then. So what we can do here is, if my AMSG, that is my last message, is not equals to sent message. If it is not equals to sent message, then I'll specify flag is equals to true. So if the last message is not equals to the sent message, then make the flag as true. Else make the flag as false. Simple enough, easy to understand, good to go. I'll stop the code and I'll run the code once again. Let's try to execute this and I'll scan for the WhatsApp web. Scanning successfully done. And here, let's go back to this. Here the last incoming message is hi. I will set it to hello. So the last incoming message is hello now, and I'll just go and press the button, something like this. So I pressed the button and it started reading out my incoming message, and the last incoming message is hello. Let me send the last incoming message as hi. As the last incoming message is hi now, after 4 seconds, automatically typed hi. After 5 seconds, automatically going to send the message. Perfectly fine, perfectly okay. Now the switch is off and it is not going to send the message again. Let me send again hello, something like this. Hello. And now I'm going to send again as hi. So for hello, we didn't receive any sort of receive message, but for hi again, it is sending the message as an hi. Perfectly fine, perfectly okay, good to go. So if there is any other message, it's not going to respond me back. But if there is hi again, it will send me the message reply as an hi. Okay, perfectly fine. Sir, but have you ever used Alexa or Siri? Every time if I ask to a question, if that question is not in the database of that Alexa and Siri, it reply me back as sorry, I didn't get it. So let's do that. How we can do the same for Alexa or Siri like this. So if suppose the user is sending me hi, I must have to reply back as an hi. If the user is not sending me hi, then I must have to reply back as maybe sorry, I didn't get you, something like that. So I'll just stop this and let me go back to this particular code. And what I do here is, if there is another term that I'm adding, class, in AMSG. If in AMSG there is a term called as class. So let me copy this all. Everything will remain same, but only respond that I'm going to make it. There is no class today. So there is no class today. I specified it like that. And even whatsoever the message I'm sending must have to reply the message over here also. And this must have to be not if, it must have to be elif. So if it is hi, then send hi back. If it is containing class, then reply there is no class, something like that. And apart from both of this, so if it is containing else, anything else, so anything, so must have to reply back sorry, I didn't get it, something like this, correct? And the same message I'll just copy from here and set it as my sent message, correct? Sorry, copy, and I'll paste it here, correct? Now let's go and execute this. Scanning for WhatsApp. So all good to go. Now you can see the last sent message is hi, and maybe I'll make it hello. So the last received message is hello, and now I'll just go back send the message like this. So I'll ask the question again. Is there any class for ethical hacking today? If there is any class for ethical hacking today, so maybe user asked me a question. Is there any class for ethical hacking today? It will detect the word that is okay. So it actually detected the word hi. Where is the hi? In ethical there is hi term. That's why it is sending hi. So wait for a few minutes. I will solve this particular problem. So maybe I'll just ask, is there any class today? So is there any class today? So I'm just sending, is there any class today, a question, and it will now detect the term class and will reply back automatically, there is no class today, message typed and message sent automatically. Okay, so as if I say okay, so it received the messages that okay and will reply back sorry, I didn't get it. Oh my god, so it's replying me back perfectly fine over there. Sorry, I didn't get it. So every time you send a message to your bot, it will respond back. So either it will be sorry, I didn't get it, depending on the keywords. So I hope that I made the point very clear where you guys have understood how the bot is replying back over there. And sorry, so if I will not keep the message in set variable and use the flag, what will happen? You will not able to reset the flag. So every time you are receiving the message, you must have to reset the flag. So you will not be able to reset the flag. That's why we have to set inside a send. So that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly okay. But you have seen one thing, that we are writing this particular code again and again. This code I'm writing again and again. Even this code I'm writing repeatedly, and even this code I'm writing again and again. So when there is a repetition of code, I hope that we all know there is a solution for this repetition. The solution is function. So what I do, if there is a repetition of code, I'll just, so this is my message. So I'll just copy this particular code and I'll declare this as a function. So let me declare it before while, not inside a while, before while. So I'll def send underscore msg, that is to send a message. I'll write the code inside it and I'll specify that is msg, correct? And so now whatsoever the message I'm going to send to this function, I'll put inside this message. So whatsoever the message I will send, just send that message, and even over here for also. So I'll specify msg, that is the same message which I'm going to pass to this function, that is send msg. So what I have done, I have not done anything special in it. I just converted this repeated line of code inside a function. Now you can see it is giving me something like it's saying that I don't understand what is sent and flag, because sent and flag are your global variables which are declared outside. Where you are using inside a function, that means now they are considered to be a local variable inside a function. Sir, I don't want to consider the sent and the flag variable as a local variable. I want to consider it must have to be a global variable. So if you want to make it global, just specify global sent. That means use the same sent in all the program, even inside this function. Because if you declare a cent is equals to msg, that means this cent is considered to be local to this function only. But I don't want the cent should be local to the function. I want to set the value for this cent, which is global, correct? So for that you have to specify again global flag. So that's it. So as you specified global, global is a keyword inside a function to declare any of the variable as a global, which way you want to use the program's variable rather than using a local variable inside your function. And now your job is all done. Whatsoever the message you want to send, you better have to call a function that is msg. Simple. So I'll just delete all this and I'll specify, sorry, and I'll specify sent msg. And if you ever wanted to reply back like as for hi, I want to reply back as hello. If there is a class in it, so maybe I'll just specify the message as send msg, and there is no class today, something like this. And again I'll go back here and maybe I'll select this all and I'll specify default message, sorry, I I uh, didn't get you, sorry I didn't get you, something like this. Now the code is, now we intentionally made it same only. So now the code is perfectly fine and you can see the code is pretty clear compared to the last code that we have written. And now it's easier for you to even write n number of more such kind of messages. Detecting a keyword, reply back based on the keyword. Detect a keyword, reply back based on the keyword. So guys, this is just a simple chatbot. You cannot call this chatbot as an AI chatbot. Why? Because we are not using any sort of artificial intelligence in it. We are not using any sort of artificial intelligence in it. So maybe I'll scan my system once again and let's see whether my bot is working or not. So let me start with this particular section, chat here, and now let's go ahead and I'll press enter, and it will automatically detect the last message. The last message is sorry, I didn't get it. I must have to detect the last message for me. Okay, there is some error. What is the error? Web element has no length. Okay, so web element is has no length. Maybe it's not able to detect this. So maybe I'll specify time dot sleep and make it sleep for maybe 3 seconds. So after before starting anything, just okay, where it's giving me an error. Send keys. Send keys is for what? Okay, sorry, I didn't get it for this. So send message. So inside a send message, it is giving me a problem with this. This is MSG. Okay, maybe no, not at all. So this is MSG. Why it's giving me a problem? Expected two blank lines. Maybe I'll give the name as my MSG. Simple like this. And I'll use it here, my MSG. And maybe I'll use it here, the same, my MSG. Why? Because this we are using the same MSG here and even MSG is here also. So that was making a problem in our code. So let's try to do it once again. Let's execute this. So let's go ahead. So guys, for all the experimenting thing, I request you people to do all the experiments by yourself itself. So there is many things that many things to do over there. So there are many things you can try it with by yourself. So let me start with the chat section over here, and everything is fine. I'll just press enter button here, and let's see what is going to happen. We'll wait for 4 seconds because we have added the delay of 4 seconds, and now automatically message sent and message detected and message sent for last message, correct? Now if my last message is there any class today? Okay, so maybe I'll ask the question, what is the class timing? What is the class timing? Something like this. So if I send a message like this, what is the class timing? So it will detect the word class, and based on the word class it will reply me back for this class word. And you can see over there the bot is working perfectly as it must have to work, something like that. So we have just simplified our code by using this send message now, and we are able to do it. But this is not considered to be an AI chatbot, because this is just a normal chatbot. Yep, Indranil Kar, I have changed it now. No, even if you give the space Prasanna, it will work. It will work, right? So I hope that it is very clear till this for all of you to work on this particular kind of chatbot, to make your own WhatsApp kind of chatbot, and we made it successfully. We made it very perfectly. But now some of my students, they asked me the question, sir, what if the new message will appear and we don't want to make this message to be by default appeared over there? So guys, what you can do is you better get the class names for all this list. So maybe you can get the class name for my own, Dinesh, Precious, this all. So you will find that all of this are having the same class name. All are going to get the same, have the same class name, correct? So what you have to do is, as if there will be a new message over here. So maybe if I just delete this, correct? So let me go back and delete this particular last message. So I'll just go and delete this, correct? So let me delete it. So now you can see what you have to do is get the class name for all this list, this complete list. Okay, once you have a class name for this particular list, this complete list, correct? So you have to do find all elements. So what you have to do in that case, okay, automatically hello sent over there, because hi is there inside inside this there is a hi, and you see that bot worked automatically. Even I deleted that, it automatically worked over there for me. So what you have to do, guys, you have to just count or maybe have all the elements inside your list. So get all the elements inside your list and count it, just count the elements list, right? And inside while loop every time to check that number of lists that you have. So total number of elements that you have over here. If as soon as the element will increase, it must have to click on the toppest element, that is the first element over there. And as it will click on that first element, it will open that particular window and your bot will work according to that particular window. Simple enough. If there is a new message, how you can work on the new message. I made the point very clear till now, I hope so, right? Now let's move ahead and try to understand how we can add an AI part, the artificial intelligence part, to our existing bot, to our same WhatsApp bot. So I'll just stop this at this moment and let's try to understand how we can add AI to this particular bot. So first of all, we will see which platform we are using for AI. Basically, guys, Google itself provided a platform for AI, and that platform name is Dialogflow. So maybe you can use Dialogflow, or maybe you can use Wit.ai. Wit.ai is by Facebook and Dialogflow is by Google. So let me explain you what exactly comes under Dialogflow and what exactly comes under maybe Wit.ai, something like that. So let's see how we can do that. I'll start with my browser. Maybe I'll just go to Google and I'll search over there Dialogflow, DILOG, Dialogflow, something like this. So this there is a platform called as dialogflow.com. I'll click on this dialogflow.com, and this AI I'm going to use in my particular code. Now click on sign in, and as soon as you click on sign in, it will ask you to sign in with your Google account. So maybe I'll sign in with any of my random Google account. So maybe I'll sign in with this account, that is Divya Lala, Let me enter the password for this. I don't know whether there is some problem with my OBS, so it's not allowing me to do a live stream now. I don't know. It's fine. So I don't know what happened to this OBS. Maybe the Chrome browser is doing something for that. So maybe I'll start and change my browser. I hope that now it will work perfectly fine. So let me change the browser and let me go to the Gmail again. So I'll just go to Google in my Safari browser and I'll search over there Dialogflow, and inside this Dialogflow I'll go to this dialogflow.com where there is an option called sign in. So let me click on sign in for this. Sorry for the technical glitch, guys. I don't know what was the problem with my software, but there was a problem. So maybe I just say use another account and I'll specify Divya Lala 193 at the gmail.com. Let me enter the password for this. So guys, Google is not allowing me to show me the login option, and that's maybe the reason that OBS was crashing again and again. Now it's working perfectly fine and I am already logged in my Divya Lala account, and there is an option go to console. So let me click on console, and as soon as I click on console, it's asking me to sign in with Google. Maybe I'll specify this sign in with Google. So just log in with your account, enter your details, sign in with Google, select your account, and maybe just click on allow. And as soon as you click on allow, you are good to go. So you are inside your Dialogflow. As I started with the Dialogflow, my country is by default set to India. Yes, I do accept everything whatever you'll say. I'll accept it. I'll just say dismiss. And now as you go to your first screen, guys, you may see this is a blank screen, and this is a similar kind of screen that you're going to get over there. As you see the similar kind of screen over there, just click on create agent, and as soon as you clicked on create agent, it's first asking you to enter the agent name. So maybe you can give any name to this agent. So maybe I'm giving the name as Chandu as an agent name, and I'll just click on create. But here make sure that you select appropriately. So that must have to be India plus 530 is okay. And this is a new project set as a mega agent. No, it's not a mega agent. So it's just like the a normal agent for me. And just click on create. Now it's saying that working. Wait for few minutes and it will work for you. Wait for it, and your Chandu agent will be ready. Chandu. Maybe you can give any name to this agent. It's not compulsory that you have to give Chandu. You can give Savita, you can give Khalifa, or any name that you have in your brain. You can use any of that name. And you can see it's saying that agent training completed and everything is all done. So guys, what will be your today's agenda? So your today's agenda will be to learn about Dialogflow. So that is not, I'm not going to cover that in my particular training. So learn how to train Dialogflow agent, how to train this agent and all this. My agenda till now is to teach you how to connect this agent to my WhatsApp so that my WhatsApp will work accordingly. Pretty easy, pretty cool to go. Let's go ahead with it. So for timing, what I am doing now here is there is an option at the bottom. When you move down, there is an option called as a small talk. So I'll just go to this small talk, and now there is an option called as enable. So I'll just enable this small talk. Now what do you mean by small talk over here? Basically small talks includes all the small talks like, hi, how are you? I'm good. Have you ate today? No. So these are the small talks that is covered inside it. So let's go. I enabled that small talk. So before, without training, even you just enable it and your body is ready for this particular chat, correct? So I'll just go to try it option on the top left, top right, and I'll give anything over there. Maybe if I enter hi, as I entered hi, you can see I received a response over here, default response. Hello, how can I help you? Oh my God, so that's working fine. Maybe I'll specify tell me something. So maybe I'll specify tell me something. So as I specified tell me something, you can see one more time. So the bot is not able to understand. That's why I'm getting the output as in one more time. Correct. So once you train your bot, you will get the responses accordingly. I have not trained it. I just enabled the small talk option. That's why I'm getting this kind of options over there. And now there is an option called as copy URL, copy CURL, and this is something that will help us to add in our chatbot. So just copy, click on it, copy. So I just copied the CURL option. So maybe let's copy the CURL, copy, done. Now once you copied the CURL option over there, I recommend you to start with a new tab. So let's click on new tab and just go to Google and search over there CURL to Python. So I copied the code which is there in CURL. So you can see that is the code over there. CURL, copy CURL on the top on the right side over there. So just copy the CURL, go to Google and search over there CURL to Python. And as you search in the Google CURL to Python, you will get the first link. Convert the CURL command syntax to Python request. So click on this, that is with trillworks.com, and here it's asking you to enter CURL command. It will convert it for you into a Python request. So maybe I'll just paste the code over there. As I pasted the code, as I pasted the CURL code, here you can see guys, I got a code for Python. So my CURL got converted into my Python. Pretty simple, pretty okay. What exactly is this code? Okay, what we do is we will see this in our program, in our PyCharm. And here we do have a special module. The module name is request, request, request. So guys, I hope that you all remember we have studied about URL lib. So your request module is same as URL lib itself. There is nothing special in it, correct? So, but it's a third party module. So first of all, I'll go to my terminal and I'll install this module. So I'll specify the command. So the commands are pip space install space request request. So as I type over there pip space install space request, and you can see as I installed it, so my request request, make sure that you add a last s over there. Once you installed request over there, let me create a new file over here. So maybe I'll just give the new name as dialog dialogflow.py. So I just created a new file over here, and let me go to the browser. Where is that browser? That is here, and this is my code, the Python code. I'll select this, copy this, and I'll paste it inside this Dialogflow. That's perfectly fine. So if you see this particular code and if you try to understand this code, you'll understand it is nothing but just a small request. It is just a small request to the Dialogflow by using this headers, the data, and the response, nothing else. So it is going to make a request to the Dialogflow and will get the response back inside this variable, that is response. Sir, from where it is making a request? It's making a request from here. Tell me something. And for tell me something, you are going to get a response inside a response. So maybe I'll just press print response dot text. So I want to get just a text. What is there inside the response for this? Tell me something. So let me execute this. As I executed this, let's see. Sorry. I want to execute this Dialogflow only. So I'll just run the Dialogflow part, and as I executed the Dialogflow part, you may see guys that I received a response, and the response is in JSON format. Now what is JSON format? I'll explain you in few minutes. So here you can see guys, this is the complete response JSON, and here this is the response that we want. Sorry, I didn't get that. Can you rephrase? Sorry, I didn't get that. Can you rephrase? And if you try to understand this, you will understand it's nothing but a collection of dictionaries and list. So curly bracket says it's a dictionary. Again, inside a dictionary you have a key called as response ID, and this is your response ID. Again, you have a key called as query, and in this ID, that is key, you have a value, and that value is again nothing but a dictionary, that is again another dictionary, and so on. We'll go ahead. Now let me explain you what exactly is JSON. What is JSON? Basically, when you say JSON, the full form of JSON is Java Object Notation, not JavaScript Object Notation. Majority of the time, whenever you're getting a data from any sort of server, the data will always be available in the form of JSON. So every time your data will be available in the form of JSON. That is the format to send and receive a data from and to the server. Correct? So that is what we have received. So what I'm going to do now here is I'll import a module. So maybe I'll specify import JSON and want to convert this data into a normal data. So maybe I'll specify data is equals to JSON dot loads. This is an inbuilt function where I'll pass the value response dot text. So my now response dot text is converted into normal data. Now let's try to understand how can I get this. Sorry, I didn't get it. So first of all, this is a dictionary, correct? Inside a dictionary, I have a key. The key name is query result. So it's inside a dictionary. So maybe I'll just say print data of query result. So if I say data of query results, it is going to give me this result. So everything which is there inside this internal dictionary, it is going to give me that particular value. So let me execute this and let's see the output. So here you can see, guys, the output is pretty similar to that only, where this is the query and we are inside this query result. So inside query result, we have a data. There is a variable called as query text. That means what we asked to the bot, correct? And here only we have another okay, this is query text and this is query text and this is the key and this is the value, correct? Again, this is the key and this is the value for that, same, correct? And this is the key parameters and this is the value, that is blank dictionary, correct? Now this is the key and true is the value for that, correct? Now fulfillment text is the key and can you say that again is the text, correct? That's perfectly okay, that's perfectly fine. Here again, fulfillment messages, so this is the key and there is a list inside a text, so this is the list inside it. So this is again a key. So what I do here is I'll just copy this part once again, and inside query result there is another key. The key is fulfillment messages, simple enough. So let me execute this, guys. It may be tough for you at this moment, maybe you find it more complex, but once you do the hands-on on this, it will be easier for you. So let me execute this. As I executed this, you can see it's perfectly fine. So inside query result, inside fulfillment text, there is an output. Now the output is a list, and inside list you can see there is a single element that is started over here. So this is a list, and list is having a single element, that is a dictionary. So single element is a dictionary, and inside that dictionary you have a key called as text. So first of all, there is a single element. Single element is at 0th position. So we are done with this. Now inside this we have a dictionary, and inside this dictionary there is a key called as text. So maybe this is a key. So I will put the key over there. So this is a key called as text, and the key and the value for this key is this. This is the value, complete value for me, right? Now again, this is a dictionary, and there is again a key, and key is again text only. So maybe I'll just copy this and paste it again. So key is again the text. So this is the text over there, and for the value for this key is this, that is again a list, and list is having your data. So maybe I'll specify this is the list, and list is having my data, that is I missed that, say that again, correct? So what, how I got this particular string? It is just to understand the JSON. First of all, you just call this method JSON.loads. It's going to load the data inside your data variable, and now I am able to get this. This is first key, another key which was having a list. So I specified 0th position. Then there was a key. Then there was a key and 0. Guys, the best way to learn this, what I have done here, is to do it by yourself. Even if I train or teach you or explain you this maybe for 100 times, you guys will not able to understand it. So the best way is to do it by yourself. That is the only solution that you have. That is the only solution that you have. So let's go ahead and execute this. As soon as I executed, you can see I got a response. I missed that. Say that again. So it's working perfectly well. So maybe I'll just go and change the text, the question. So maybe I'll ask the question as hi, let's execute this. As I executed, hello, how can I help you? I got a response back. So this is working as it has to work. Like it's sending the text to the server and getting the response from a server back. What I do for timing is I'll just put this, everything what we are getting. I'll just put this as a return statement. So maybe let it be like this only for timing. I'll put this everything inside my function. So maybe I'll just declare a function def reply with with AI. So maybe I'll just specify a function reply with AI where I'm going to ask a message. So maybe it is going to be my AMSG, that is my another message, and here I will get the response. So I will just put this over here and I'll just say return sorry, I deleted that. So maybe I want to return this complete. So I'll just copy this and I'll specify return this particular complete field, complete string over there. Now, as I specified, return this. So now here in place of hi, I want to put this my AMSG, correct? So what I do, I hope that you remember the format function inside our string or inside a Python. So just specify open and closing curly brackets over there and specify dot format and then provide my AMSG. So whatever it will be there, my AMSG will come over here at this particular part and will respond back. So reply with AI, the function is already reply with AI, and let me work on this function, that is reply with AI. So maybe I'll just specify output is equals to reply with AI, where I'll send a message like hi. So I'm sending a message hi, let's execute. Oh, maybe I have to print the output. So maybe I'll just say print output. So this is the function reply with AI, correct? And there is some problem with it, with the input query. So as there is a problem, let's solve the problem for this. Guys, basically I think that format function will not work here. Format function will not work here. Why? I'll explain you later on. But what you have to do, guys, this is a place where you have to put your input. So whatsoever the input I'll pass to this reply with AI function, it will take that input here and will give the response back based on that, correct? So how can I put this message here? So basically, if you see, this is a string and the string is starting with single quotes, correct? So what I do recommend here is before this, stop the string. So the string is starting from here and the string is getting stopped over here. Fine enough, good to go. Then again, I'll start the string from here after my message and then it will end automatically here at the last. Cool enough. So what I have done is string is starting from here. I stopped the string here. Then I started the string once again from next type and then it's getting stopped automatically at the last. And here I'll put my message and I hope that you know plus is used for concatenation. And I'll specify this is my AMSG. That's fine. So I have inserted the message at the place that is as it must have to be, correct? Now let's execute this once again where my input is high and you can see it's replying me back greetings. How can I assist? That means whatsoever I'll ask here reply with AI function, it is going to reply me based on the dialog flow. What is happening now? It is sending a request to a dialog flow. Dialog flow is processing your request and replying you back with it, right? So maybe if I say, what is your name? What is your name? And now as if I execute this, you can see it's saying, I didn't get that. Can you say it again? Oh. So it's actually replying me back with whatsoever I'm asking to this particular bot. Now this is something that I want now to be implemented in our WhatsApp. So let's see how we can implement this in our WhatsApp. So maybe I'll just delete everything and we do have a file called as Dialogflow and inside that particular file we do have a function called as reply with AI. I'll go with my WhatsApp a bot and let's import that. So maybe I'll just specify from Dialogflow import reply with AI. So this is how you can import your code. So I specified this Dialogflow is the module which we created by ourselves, which is available in our program itself. So I specified from Dialogflow import reply with AI. So this is the function where which we are going to use. And as soon as I receive the message, I don't care like if, else or anything else. Even for the default message, I don't care about anything. I don't care about anything. Whatsoever the incoming message that I will receive here, okay, for your understanding, I'll just make it comments over here. So comments, maybe because after this course, I'm going to give you this particular file, right? So, sir, why they have used so many keys? They can use only one or two keys. Pratik Gujar, that is because of JSON. So every time the JSON format will remain same. How to get the link in the nil car? Wait for a few minutes. I'll give you a complete summary for this. So we are good to go ahead and let's see how we can do that now. So every time I'll receive a message, the message will be available inside AMSG. So maybe I'll specify output is equals to reply with AI, and I'll pass the message as it is to my AI. That is, this is going to take a message and send it to Dialogflow, and Dialogflow will give me a response back, and that response is going to be there in output. And now what I'll say, send message as and whatsoever I receive the output. So currently what is happening here, what is AMSG? ये आ गए प्रणय शेंडे जी. नहीं, रामायण खत्म हो गई और अब ये पूछ रहे हैं कि राम सीता की कौन थी. Right, so AMSG. अरे AMSG was the last send message, last receive message in our WhatsApp chat. Correct. So I hope that we are done. Reply with AI, where whatsoever the message we are receiving from the user, we are passing it to reply with AI. What reply with AI will do? It will pass that message to Dialogflow, get the response from it, and will put that response in my output variable and send message. Whatsoever the response I received from my Dialogflow, I'm sending it to the user. Now let's go and run this WhatsApp chat bot. I'll just specify A and all. So my chat is all now done, and what you have to do is just to learn about how to train a WhatsApp bot, or maybe no, not a WhatsApp bot, how to train a Dialogflow. Now, if you learn about how to train a Dialogflow, your job will be done, completely done. So let me send a message to this. Okay, so I'll specify hi, some message to this, and I received a message here saying the last message is an hi. I press anything, and now what is going to happen? It will take this hi, send this hi to Dialogflow, get a response from Dialogflow, and will type a response for you here, and will send a response back to you. Pretty simple and pretty easier, correct? Now you can ask anything over here. So maybe if I say what you do, something like this. So as if I said what you do, message received, what you do. Now my chat bot is working as it must have to work. So I asked what you do. It will take the response, will ask the question to Dialogflow, and respond me back, I didn't get that. So what you have to do, guys, now just train your Dialogflow. Maybe if you want to make a bot based on coronavirus, so just train your Dialogflow with coronavirus questions. So majority of the time, what kind of questions the user may ask to me. So just put those questions inside your training and set the replies for that, so that your AI will work as it must have to work. So maybe again, if I receive hello, it is going to send this message to the server. How are you doing? I got a message. Hi, how are you doing? So again, for hello, it's responding me back. So my bot is working as it is, as it must have to work. A small summary, a small recap. First of all, we imported Selenium WebDriver. We created the object for WebDriver and we set the driver for it. Then driver.get, we started with WhatsApp web. Press anything. That is, once you are done with the scanning, just press anything. Then we learned about how to send the messages, receive the message, read the text message, and blah 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 kind of stuff over there. Next, we have created two variables, one variable called as sent, another variable called as flag, and we are checking if the flag is true, then only send the message, otherwise don't send the message. And once it is sent, just make the flag off, and every time you receive the message, then during that time only make the flag on, otherwise let the flag be off always, correct? Once I receive the message, I want to send the message again, and here we implemented a function called as send msg, and with this send msg we are able to send the message back, and we are saving the message what we have sent to the user, correct? And then we learned about Dialogflow. For Dialogflow, we visited a URL, that is, we went to Google and searched over there dialogflow.com, and inside that dialogflow.com we created a new agent. We enabled that small talk, and once we enabled that small talk, once we ask the question, maybe like say hi to this bot, it was replying me back over here, hello, how can I help you? something like this, and here you have copy CURL. So just copy the CURL, convert the CURL into Python, and once you converted the CURL into the Python, then I implemented this particular method, that is Dialogflow. And then once I implemented inside this Dialogflow, I'm good to go, and I implemented a function called as reply with AI. Then in my WhatsApp bot, I'm just taking input from the user, passing that input to my reply with AI bot. It's responding me something in my output function, and I'm sending back as what I have received in my output function. Sir, but issue is we have to press any key manually. How can we automate that? So for this, Umesh Kumar, for this, you have to learn more about Selenium. So basically, just learn more about Selenium. There are many functions. There are many functions which says like wait till the interaction will happen, wait till there is no error, something like that. So there are many functions available. So better learn more about Selenium, and you'll get to know about all this. And even for your Sudeep for your scanning part. Correct. So for your scanning part also that can be done. And Lokesh Trivedi, yes, your your response is correct. So here I say that we are done with our dialog flow, and we are done with how we can send a message through a dialog flow, and everything is all easy and easy to go. Everything is all done. I hope that I made the point very clear. Your complete code, this whatsoever we have done, this code will be available just after maybe half an hour or maybe within 15 minutes. The code will be available at the I'll make this code available for you. What is under the post function? what what link is under the post function in Dialogflow? Okay, in Dialogflow under the post function. Where is the post function here? Okay, this function. So basically, guys, okay, I love to explain you this request. Correct. I hope that you heard about the module called as URL lib. During our course, we have studied those URL lib. So every time whenever you're making a request to the server, you may request to the server in two parts. Maybe you can request to the server by using .get method, or maybe you can request to the server by using .post method. So here we are requesting to the server via post method, and this is the URL that we are sending to the server. This is a URL that we are sending the server. This URL is provided to us by Dialogflow itself, and these are the headers, and these are the data that we are sending to that particular server. And in response variable we are getting the response that text, and that response we are getting the response back, right? So that's it for this particular class. My bot is working pretty well. Now my bot is ready to take any sort of question, that it's taking. So my bot is ready to take any sort of question that you are providing, right? So now there is another question from Naveen Raj. Algorithm to bypass WhatsApp multiple message detection. Okay, just wait for a few minutes. How to get that CURL? So how to get the CURL? Just go to your dialog flow, and there is an option called as copy CURL. So just copy the CURL. That is a CURL, but you have to convert that into your Python code. So just copy this, go to Google and search over there CURL to Python, and you will get this particular UI. Just enter your CURL here, and you will get the complete Python code. So this is going to be a Python request. Correct? What I was discussing with you. Okay, the algorithm. So algorithm. So just note down some points which you have to consider when you're talking about WhatsApp detection. So maybe I just say WhatsApp detection for multiple message. So guys, first of all, algorithm one says always send a message. Always send a message to the people which are in your contact list. So always send a message to the people which are in your contact list. So guys, when I sent you message, you for all your numbers I have stored in my contact list. So this will stop WhatsApp to this will stop WhatsApp to send a it will stop WhatsApp to say that you are sending to an unknown number. Although you are sending it to an unknown number, so but it will always say to WhatsApp. It will always say to WhatsApp that you are not sending to an unknown number, you are sending to a known number first. Now, second thing is correct. Second thing is always send unique message. So now what do you mean? What do you mean by unique message? If you have received any message from my end, guys, few days back I sent some messages to all the people where I sent it like we are shifting to Telegram channel and blah blah blah. Uh, there has to be a uniqueness in your message. So how we can add the uniqueness? Every time you send the same message, then it will be detected and it will be blocked. So I added date and time and including seconds in my message. So every time I send a message via WhatsApp, I do add uh, date and time including seconds. Correct. Now third, there like every four unknown after every four unknown messages, try send one known message. Now, what do you mean by known message? Every time whenever I send you a message, guys, so after every four messages that I sent you, one message I send to my brother's number. So one message my brother will receive, and then again four messages to you guys. Then one message my brother will receive, and then again I'll send a message to you guys, something like that. So this is how it will be. And second thing is there must have to be sufficient delay. There must have to be sufficient delay in messages. So every time you are sending a message, if you are making it very faster, maybe in 10 seconds you are sending one message, then second message and all blah blah blah, the bot will the WhatsApp will block you. Correct. So if you send a message, wait for like maybe 20 to 30 seconds and then send another message. Then wait for 30 seconds and then send another message. So these are some common tips and tricks that we follow. So always send a message to the people those who are there in your contact list. Always send a unique message. So by adding the date, time, and seconds, so it will help you out to send a unique message. After every four unknown messages, send one known message. So after every four messages to unknown people, send one message to a known person. Correct. There must have to be sufficient delay in your messages. So if you send a message now, maybe next message you will send after 30 seconds or maybe after 40 seconds. So the more delay you do provide in it, it will take more time, and as it will take more time, that's fine, but you will be more secure in this situations. Correct. So that's it for our WhatsApp bot thing, where we have studied lots of things in our WhatsApp bot. That's it for this particular session. And one of my students asked me a question, sir, please repeat how to do this for multiple chats. So for multiple chats, guys, what you have to do is, okay, let me start with WhatsApp web. So I'll just go to Safari and maybe I'll visit the variable WhatsApp web dot whatsapp.com. So this is WhatsApp and this is my WhatsApp web. Let's execute this. I executed that. So for multiple chat, guys, now you can see this is the list that I have with me. Correct. Get the class name for this complete list. So I'm pretty sure that all these elements are going to have the same class name. So just find all the elements, and every time and put the total count of this list inside your, maybe you can save it some file or maybe save in some variable. Correct. As soon as it will increase, if there will be a new message, so as soon as you will get a new message, click on it. As it will click on it, it will open this particular window, and as it will open this window, it will allow you to send the messages back. Simple enough and easy to understand. Let me check if I can get a time. If I get a time, I can implement this for you and will drop you as a video. Correct. Now, sir, short intro about Facebook AI bot. Roshan Bardwick, right? Roshan, I would love to cover this AI bot for Facebook also, because that helps you to design a bot for any website. It is not only for Facebook. You can design a bot for any website. So maybe tomorrow onwards, maybe for tomorrow's session, we will learn about Facebook AI chatbot. So maybe we'll see Facebook AI chatbot, that is in tomorrow's session. So can we automate the WhatsApp web login through a scan portion also? Indranil Kar, no, you cannot automate that WhatsApp web login, because that is the only problem, because WhatsApp use this QR code for scanning, right? So that your mobile must have to be there always, right? So this is the problem. If you save the cookies and then you may use those cookies later on, then it will be helpful for you to do it. That can be one possible ways. People are doing like that also, only, right? Whereas in other websites, maybe if you say with Facebook or maybe other websites where the people are asking for username and password, then you can use bots automation to enter the username and password. So that can be possible in that particular option, correct? So how to run this from cloud, Naveen Raj? Just upload this particular code, the complete code into the cloud. Maybe you use AWS. So learn something about AWS, specifically EC2. So learn about EC2, and easier than AWS, I do recommend go for Google Cloud. Google Cloud is pretty more easier than this, right? So just upload this particular code, install the respected modules, and that's it. So go good to go, run the particular code, and your job is all done. Done. So I think it's good to say bye bye to all of you now. Acha, there is an announcement for you people. Those who are attending my ethical hacking class today, there is no ethical hacking class today also, as I'm not well. So as if I'm not well, I don't recommend, or maybe will be in the condition to take ethical hacking class. So there is no ethical hacking class today, correct? So that's it. Tomorrow, guys, we are starting with AI bot on Facebook. So we will try to implement the AI bot on Facebook. And bots on Facebook, it's much easier compared to what we have learned in WhatsApp. So we'll try to understand it tomorrow in our tomorrow session, right? A quick feedback in the comment section regarding the lecture, and that's it for now. That's it for today, right? So, guys, maybe from 1st of April, we are going to start our premium batch for Django, Django, what we call it as Django. It's Django. That is complete web development. Maybe we can learn about how to make your e-commerce website and also that kind of thing we are going to create in our Django batch. And in that Django batch, I will not take all these people. Like, I'll not take 100 of students in that batch. So there will be very less number of students. Maybe till 20 students I'll take it. So that will be a premium batch. If you guys are interested, you may join that batch. The joining link I will share today itself in the Telegram channel, and maybe I'll drop you over the WhatsApp itself. So if you guys are interested for that premium Django batch, you may join it over there. Fees structure will be approximately 4K or 5K, 4K to 5K between that, which includes your Microsoft certification. So I will provide you the Microsoft certification in that. So that's it. And that Microsoft certification cost itself is like 4,000. So that class is again going to be free, like free only, but it's a premium batch where I'll take only 20 to 20 students, not more than that. So that's it for now. That's it for this particular class. I enjoyed a lot, and I expect that you people also enjoyed a lot for this particular class. So thank you for joining me for this session, and I'll make this code available today, like maybe after 15 minutes. So thank you very much, all of you. God bless you all. Stay at home and enjoy your time.